It's the 2 Minute Hats podcast. Let's talk about it every morning at 8:30 a.m. and also on Wednesday it's the midweek service at 6:30 p.m. You can also join our Facebook group on Facebook podcast with the most. We got Tony Mays and Lavelle Salter. It's the 2 Minute Hats podcast. Let's talk about it.
What it do, my good people? Top of the morning to you. I am having technical difficulties this morning. I don't know, man. It's always something, bro. Always something. I know y'all probably can see me good, but I can't really see y'all that good. My screen is really reason, and I'm using my cell phone device like I normally do.
Everything still looks good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all, it looks good on y'all end. It's just me looking at the screen. I can't. When I tell you it's the tiniest box ever, like I can't see what's on the screen at all. Like I can barely see your face because that's how tiny the box is. So, I guess I had to watch it on my phone, my other phone. So let's jump right on into this topic, man, because this topic, bro, is it's one of these ones that we've been kind of hitting around to it, Lavelle, but we never really just talked about like, okay, what we do, especially as it relates to like children and stuff like that. We always talk about the support system, right? Or the village. But we never really talked about like, how do we go back? Support back. How do we start to rebuild that support back in the community? So how do we get back to building a support network in the community? And what does community even mean in tough times?
There's a lot of heavy stuff going on all at the same time with it's loaded.
Yeah, but that was the whole purpose. I wanted to really get us thinking about like, how do we get back to building a support network in the community, and what does community mean? What does it even mean in tough times?
Well, for one, man,
because I know a couple of months ago, you even went to a community. You went to like a town hall in y'all community, so you can make sure you try to help keep your family safe and people, So, and the town hall meetings are cool, bro. Don't get me wrong. I ain't knocking the town hall because I think anything is better than nothing.
Right.
If you got a neighborhood watch, I mean, when I say a neighborhood watch, I'm talking about an active neighborhood watch. Back in the day, a neighborhood watch was truly a neighborhood watch. It's where people got together, they had meetings. And I ain't talking about these housing association meetings. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about where they had neighborhood watch meetings. They talked about issues in the neighborhood, how they can rectify the issues. And them people literally patrol their neighborhoods in shifts.
Well, bro, this is just the real deal, bro. We become too privileged, bro, and we think we're entitled to every damn thing. I mean, we got some good jobs and good careers, but we got our heads stuck in the damn sky. Everybody come home and go straight in the garage. Nobody speak to nobody. Neighborhood is not a neighborhood no more. I stayed in Westwood. I knew everybody 3-4 streets down. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like now,
Yep.
I've been out here going on 20 years, and I can count on my hand how many folks I know.
I know a lot of my neighbors on my street. If they, especially the ones right in there by me, I know them, know their names, speak to them. But that was me really just making a conscientious effort to do so, and it pays off, because if we leave, go out of town, the country, I'm hitting them neighbors up and say, hey, we're gonna be gone. I'm gonna have somebody come over watch my dog. They're gonna be in a such and such color car. So if you see them, don't be alarmed, you know. So I touch bases with them. They'll be like, cool. And I said, if you see something weird, if you see the car ain't there, and you see something weird going on, then you call the police, you know. So I got them neighbors like that I actually talk to like that, you know. And so, and I'm talking about this. They didn't call me to come do stuff. Miss May, can you come up, pick that up? Can you hang that up? Miss May, can you do this? Oh, Miss May, you know. And hey, Miss May, can you come here and hang my cameras? I know you be doing stuff, you know. So it's you know, it ain't the community bond still, that, because there are no kids in our neighborhood, not really, you know. It's a few, but for the most part on our street, most of our people are retired, you know, so it's not a whole lot of kids.
Mm-hmm.
But man, when I tell you, like, the community, bro, like, it ain't a community no more. Like you said, the neighbors are not speaking to each other. I don't know if it's the privilege part of that you spoke to. I don't know if it's the privilege part. But I do think it's an issue, it's a problem, because we don't communicate. And then, like, how do we even start back to it? I mean, do we just literally start knocking on neighbors' door and say, hey, I'm your neighbor, I'm look, we're living over here, I ain't know. I think that's probably one of the ways where you can actually get it. Then you might figure out, like, you really got some stuff in common with some of your neighbors.
You do.
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, especially if you travel a lot, and then, hell, that neighbor might be like, well, you know, don't say that too loud. You travel, because my son, he be in him and little friend, they be in all kinds of little stuff. Then, you know, okay, I need to watch her little son. You know, you know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, like, if they real, they gonna tell you.
Mm-hmm.
But then, you know, you don't get to the door and or introduce yourself, and you gonna share everything anyway. You it's your getting to know you phase. Hey, well, I just wanted to introduce myself. I've been living over here a while, and I said, you know what? Let me get out and really try to get to know my neighbors, introduce myself.
Yeah.
Here's my number. If something happens, you know, you need it, you know, and then they may, well, here's my number. You can call me if something comes in. There you go. And that's kind of how it happened with my neighbors now that I've been knowing. I mean, I basically, and one of them, I didn't even realize who he was. I knew his name and all that stuff, but his son came out of Frank Ray Church, and his son pastoring that, Charles Tate.
Mm-hmm.
And I never put it together, you know, all this time. And then I went in the house and saw a picture of him when I was in there doing some stuff, cooking up his cameras and stuff, and saw the picture. I said, man, Charles Tate, your son? Yeah, that's my son. I said, oh, man. So, you know, so you really don't know people, even when you introduce yourself and doing, you still don't really know them.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we get back to building that village, that community support? Because I've even heard Phyllis say on numerous occasions, like, everybody don't have that village support. Everybody don't have that support.
Yeah, it's a lot of layers to it, bro. Like, one of the things that I'm good friends with the pastor of the church that's really close to us right here, New Sardis Baptist Church, and I was telling him that we need to try to be more visible in the community. And so what we did was, we also have it's an elementary school behind me, and it's a middle school on the next street. And so what we did for, like, the last part of the spring, we stood up in front of my house. You know, I'm next door to a park, and we just gave away snacks to those children. And you'll be amazed what they just did in the little time that we did. We did it like maybe probably about a month to the weather change. And,
Right.
You'll be amazed the impact that we made just giving out chips and drinks, candy. And a lot of times we put a label on these. We put labels on these children as well. They bad and they this, they that. But ain't nobody making no conscious effort to talk to them. You know, and I was guilty because you know they walk in your yard, talk crazy to you.
Right.
And, but we tried to make a difference. We're gonna start it back this year. But it just like I said, so many layers to it, man. You gotta put your ego and your pride to the side. You can't be around here like I'm this and the third because I live in this particular house, I drive this particular car, I got this particular job. No, at this point, you just my neighbor. This is all we about. You know what I'm saying? If you got a problem being there, then that's a problem. I said, love thy neighbor is thyself.
Well, DeVille. First of all, you got a lot of people, you know, they own this. Well, I'm just spiritual. I ain't Christian. I'm just spiritual. I have a connection with God. But if you really had a connection with God, then you would have a connection with people.
Gotta pour it down.
You know what I'm saying? But we just like Lil Tony, man. When Lil Tony moved into my dad's house, my dad knew everybody over there. Cause my dad used to walk. He used to walk all the time, get his little stick, or he'll ride his bike and walk. And they are, hey, Miss Mays, hey, or they call him Sonny, hey, Miss Sonny, hey, Miss Mays, you know. And so when Lil Tony got there, and I give him credit, when he got over there, he didn't like not try to introduce himself to the people. Like he went out there and talked to the people. He threw a little block. When he wanted to do his little 4th of July celebration at the house down in the little cove, he went out there and talked to people. Said, "Man, look, you know I got this coming. Y'all welcome. We gonna pop fireworks and then they got together and they all did that. It was like a whole look because you know they stay in a cove, so they whole little cove was down there celebrating, and it was cool, you know." Now, I do believe the little guys across the street from him is who actually broke into his house because they know his schedule. They know he by himself, you know, and they knew his schedule, and they knew the angle of what the cameras that he had before he added the new cameras. They knew the angle of his cameras. So that's the reason I knew it was the guys, and he knew it was the guys across the street. If it wasn't them, it was them sending somebody, you know. And so that was one of those things like it really kind of got under his collar, and he felt like I'm gonna stop being nice to people. And I was like, no, Tony, don't do that, because that's truly who you are. So don't stop being who you are because you know a couple of a-holes.
Right.
You know. So, but how do we get back to building a support network in our communities? How do we get back to that?
Like I said, everybody got to put their pride to the side. Everybody got to step up to the plate.
I think it starts with the churches and the schools in the neighborhood, and of course, as a neighbor, you knowing who your neighbor is.
Let's see the whole backdrop of church, bro. And what we fail to realize. How in those days back, like you said, how did we get it back to there? See, like the churches used to be the anchor of the community, and majority of the time, with churches now, if their church is in their community, 9 times out of 10, those members do not live in that neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
When those churches were coming up, you had those churches, those people that lived in that neighborhood was a part of that church, so they was involved in the community. So. Like now you got these folks that's like, I'm just saying this. They want to go to these mega churches and just go blend in and not really do no work. Everybody wants to be Brown Baptist and you stay in South Memphis, but you ain't doing nothing in South Memphis.
I ain't gonna knock that though, LaVelle. I ain't gonna knock that because people go people tend to go where they feel like they're getting fed for the ones who's really into it. You know what I'm saying?
I respect
They tend to kind of go where they feel like they getting fed at. And so if they going where they feel like they getting fed at, then they may actually they may actually they may not. I don't know. I guess I'm saying what I'm trying to say is they may not care about that particular church, even though that church is in their neighborhood. They may not really care about that particular church, which they should, because that church is in your neighborhood, and ultimately, that neighborhood is a part of who you are. And just like Reverend Jackson Church up the street from my house, I don't know if they do this once a month. It seems like they do it every day. But they giving out what's that, Mark? Have you called her?
Hello, do it.
Mark.
Yeah, oh Mark.
What's she going? She got it.
She got it right.
Okay. I just don't know, man. Like we can't. I just ain't gonna fault the church, but I know like Reverend Jackson. Like I don't go to his church right up the street from my house, literally. And I don't go to his church. I go to a church in Westwood. You know what I'm saying? So.
I'm not in the situation. I'm not saying something. Nothing's wrong with it.
No, but what I'm saying is, I see what they doing in the community still. They handing out, but the people that they giving food out to is not necessarily the people that's on our street or in our community.
Correct.
But these are the people that saying, well, I know I'm in need. So I'm going because I'm in need, and they might be coming from other communities.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying? So they just, that thing is, we're just helping. Now, it ain't that they don't reach out to the community, because I've seen plenty of times where they walk through the neighborhood and hand out leaflets and pamphlets and flyers and say, hey, we're going to do a clothes drive. We're doing this, a clothes closet. We're doing this, we da-da-da-da. You know, now it's up to you whether or not you want to show up and participate or be a part of it.
Right.
So I guess what I'm saying is, but there still ought to be some kind of connection with the churches. Like if we go to the school, the churches in that community ought to be up there at that school representing, saying, hey, what can we do up here? What can we do up here to make sure that these kids get home safe, that the kids are safe during the day, that they can get their education uninhibited, without any interruptions. And don't get me wrong, I think some churches are doing it.
Yeah. But the thing about it, it's even like with some of the schools, with the principals and stuff, they operate the school that they're over almost like it's they kingdom, like they domain. So right, they want to come and be a part of it and be up and help build the community. They kind of drive them away, so to speak. So they come up there, and you got to go through these, different steps and marks and all that. If you're a principal and you got some folks that want to come in and be volunteering to help your school, and you ain't welcoming, wanting, and inviting it, you are the problem.
Yeah, it is some principals, man. That's probably like that. That is like they running their house.
Yeah.
And I'm not telling you you're not supposed to have some control over that situation, because you ultimately you are responsible. But allow people to help you. Right.
I mean, Mississippi County Schools got a whole thing to where they got levels of your volunteering, and I got to go redo my stuff. But they got levels of your volunteering, what you can be a part of, what you can and can't do. And they have a system where they can do all the checking for you before they even come to your school. You shouldn't even worry about it. They pass the background check and do the screen about it. Why you acting like that? They got to have a badge and everything before they come in. They have to sign in. But before the time, the system that they use, they don't even use it correctly. They got to wait for you to come in and sign in. They ain't even got the stuff plugged up. It ain't on.
Yeah, yeah. So what again? I've asked the question. Nobody has chimed in on this yet. I've asked the question, and I guess I'm just talking to myself, and me and you just talking because nobody has really chimed in on what do we do as a community? What do we do as a community?
It sounds kind of vague, like because we always saying it, but it ain't no different than a relationship. And your main word is always communication.
Mm-hmm.
There's no communication. We're not communicating with each other at all. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, and you agree, but me and you, we're two people.
Right.
Two people can do something, but 200 people can do more.
Absolutely. Now,
2,000 people can do either more.
Hey, son, you can't shut down, man. You need to say what you mean to say, Doc. Don't throw it out there like that.
You know, there's only so much. Like if I go out there and I keep introducing myself to my neighbors, and then if I go up to my school that's in my neighborhood and say, hey, I'm off on this day. This is the day I can come up here and volunteer. Or they have an after school program. What do you need me to do? I'm available at this time. How can I help? Then that's one person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying one person can't make a difference, because they can, but it'd be even better if you got 200 people. And I can't read them comments over there, you know.
Okay. Azon said the people that are destroying the community need to be dismissed. That's easier said than done. Then Rodney said, do it to ourselves. And then Azon said, I don't even want to say, but he came back and said, and then Rodney said, I hate a thief. So, and then everybody said, good morning. And see, that's the thing, bro. Like, and like I said, so many layers to this, bro. Because it's easy to just put the people out, exploit them, so to speak. But where's the rehab process in that? You know what I'm saying? Well, how do you know? There's no resolution in it. That's easy. That's get out.
Right.
It's easy said than done. We got another comment. Tamika Gris says this also takes patience and consistent effort. Getting back to a healthy, cohesive community will take us tarrying with each other. We have to rebuild trust among each other. Yep, I totally agree, Tamika.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep. Monica
I totally agree.
Good morning. There's a need everywhere. However, it has to be volunteers sharing the same interests. These days, people are trying to get along. That's another valid point.
Is it they're not trying to get along, or is it that I'm gonna stay in my own lane? Because I'm hearing a lot of that kind of mess. Man, I'm just staying out the way, staying in my own lane.
Yeah, that too. Cause like even with me, you know, our children are out of school. You know what I'm saying? Mine just got out of school within the last couple of years or so. And with all the stuff that's going on within the school system right now, I'm like, man, I'm not trying to go away and get them folks. I'm gonna stay in my lane, like you said. But at the same time, you know, when you really sit back and look, bro, you know what I'm saying? Everybody connected in some purpose and some reason. You got a friend that got a child in the school system. You got a relative that's in the school system. You know, you got a relative that work for the school system. Some kind of way you are being impacted, and those people are going to be the people that's going to be our next people that's in going to be in charge in our communities, and we're not totally investing in them correctly, bro. And it's out of order.
So good morning. So where do the elected officials come in at?
Man, there we go.
I mean, because they play a part, right? We elect these people in our communities, but they don't do nothing.
But these, man, I'm sorry, man. As black folks, man, we run for these little positions and stuff, man. We win these positions. It's all about me looking like somebody and saying who I am. It ain't You doing a baby kiss
Morning. Good morning.
before you get the position. You know what I'm saying? And everybody be riding and having the parades and stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna back to the comments.
That's crazy.
I just don't want to sound negative though. Things are crazy nowadays. We give so much energy to the negative. I agree. Whoever this is says beautiful. Okay, then beautiful. Tamika said a lot of staying in my own lane. Many folks don't want community. Many folks want to carve out a corner for them and theirs. I kind of said that earlier in a roundabout way. Azon said, I watched so many programs that I ran dry that I set up to help people and people misuse the help. Okay, I got you.
Hey.
Philly said we elect our friends, not the best people for the job. Jesus.
Well, y'all couldn't today.
You gotta let them marinate a little bit right there, Doc. Jesus Christ.
But it's true.
It is.
But it's true.
Rodney stated, he said it starts small, 1, then 2, 3, then 5, and so on. Start with a few neighbors who think like you on your street. I have a street party with just them. If it builds up, it turns into a block party. Those type of gatherings open dialogue to bring the young people. If you get it big enough, you're gonna get the attention of the mayor, city council, state representatives. I guess.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
Okay.
I don't necessarily agree with that because again, this past December when we were doing stuff for the homeless, bro, it was the whole park was full of people, and you ain't gonna tell me, because I saw people tagging on posts tagging the news media in it. None of them folks showed up, bro.
Right.
None of the news media outlets. None of these people showed up to say, "Wow, this is incredible."
Mm-hmm.
None of the elected officials showed up to come out there and say, "You know what? Let me go out and show my face. This is where I need to be. Show the people that I'm interested in what they're doing in the community."
Right.
Tamika, that's it, Tamika.
Yeah,
that's it, Tamika.
Elected officials accountable. We vote for them and don't make sure they'll do what they say while they're campaigning. I just said
it. That's it, Tamika.
I just said it.
That's it. We don't hold them accountable.
And we want to pat people on the hand and give people passes, and you know what I'm saying, don't say that's too mean, that's too cruel, and hey, anyway, bro. Mom said they show up when it's negative, not positive. That's true.
Right, exactly. If somebody was shooting in that park, I bet you they would have been there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, somebody shooting at the park. Hurry up and get over there. Get a camera crew over there.
and the citizens just as guilty because they're gonna put out their phone and try to help somebody.
Right.
Everybody want to show it first. Everybody got to get it first. Everybody trying to go viral.
Everybody trying to be eyewitness news first.
Instead of trying to move in love and try to be a help, man. It's
Oh man, it's the top of the hour, bro. So you know what time it is.
It's getting ready time to clock that tea, Doc.
It's time to clock that tea with our girl Queen. So without further ado, let's clock it.
Let's clock it, baby.
Good morning. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to clock that tea with your girl, Queen Watkins. I hope y'all are having an amazing morning. If not, close your eyes, think about it for a second, open them back up, and boom, here we are. Y'all, it's time to get into this tea, okay? So I'm not sure what's going on with everybody recording everything, but it's okay because I'm about to clock you out. See, you hear me? So this father was recording his daughter on live. She's 13 years old, she was boosting and hollering, I guess, about having 10 boyfriends. She felt like that was an achievement. Now, girl, that's a lot. 10? The good morning text, the good night text, the what you're doing text. 10? 13? Damn. Y'all, she was on live saying her dad was doing way too much, but he was saying she dropped out of school. She's sneaking in clubs, y'all, with fake IDs. He also gave her away a little bit and said she was using fake money at fast food restaurants. Like, where did she even get it from? Like, who's she hanging around? But the daddy did say she was always in the streets, so ain't no telling where she got that money from, y'all. So she also got locked up for fighting as well. Again, she's 13 years old. Sweetheart, that's not nowhere you want to be. She also steals from her parents. She stole her daddy car, y'all, and crashed it. What you doing stealing cars? Baby girl, you are 13. Be a child while you could be a child. Because, sweetheart, when you get grown and get responsibilities, you gonna wish you stayed a child as long as you could, okay? She also stated that she's acting the way that she acting because she don't like him. She said she don't like the daddy. She hooping and hollering, I don't like you. I'm doing this, on purpose. Yada, 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 yada. Baby, she cussing it out at look. I don't know who y'all raised by, but my mama would have quit pout. You know what I'm saying? Like, she really on that. She was really on there with him, yeah. Like, she was going way too far. And also what I didn't like is while he was recording her, she was sitting on her bed with a tablet in her hand. Baby girl, she wouldn't have had shit if it had anything to do with me. You hear me? No phone, no tablet, no damn door, because she sure was trying to push him out the door. Somebody get out my room, get out my room. He's talking about get out his house thing and said she want to be grown. Baby, I would have packed her shit for her and there you go. You want to be in the streets? Go ahead. Go ahead. If that's what you want to do, go the fuck ahead, because you ain't finna be up in here not listening to me and talking to me like that. No, ma'am. But there is something going on with the mom. The father made a statement saying, you just want to be like your mom. You just want to be like your mom. That part, when things are going on, I don't really too much agree with it. Like, you ain't got to bring up the absent parent or the other parent in the situation. You just need to put your damn foot down in your own house. I just didn't feel like the mama should have been brought up at our period within that time frame, right? But I don't know who the mama is, what she look like, how life going, none of that. I just know the daddy had said something regarding her mom. And she's also in school, when she was in school, cussing out teachers and all that. Baby, I need y'all to bring back that pow in your mouth real quick, because, baby, you too smart. You got too much going on. All right, y'all, that's all the tea that I have. Make sure y'all tune in to 2 Men in Hats, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. sharp. And don't forget about Wednesday midweek service, 6:30 p.m. If you missing it, you missed it out. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye.
Man.
So this crazy, bro, that you even asked this question with her particular clock that T. And this is the other segue into the question that you're asking. The home front is jacked up, Doc. The house is gone. Ain't no house. You got houses, but you ain't got no homes. The children doing one thing, the parents doing one thing, and what's the other saying you always say? We there, but we not present, bro. The house ain't no house no more, bro. I mean, ain't no home no more. It's literally like, bro. Some of the stuff these children do, man, I would have been dead. Let alone talk about hurt.
Well, that topic this morning was by design, because I read her. I mean, I actually looked at her clock the T segment,
Oh
and
wow.
I was already thinking about it, and it was really more like a confirmation. So I was like, yeah, let me go and put it out there because it was more like a confirmation. So
Hey, you ain't said nothing to me. So
Rodney said, I've done annual events with the Chisholm family, Antonio Parkinson and Leo Gray, and one picnic with Stacey Spencer. I think it's possible. But you all name people. You just name people who's influential to the point where they they know elected officials, so they're gonna call these people out to these events.
mhm. Yeah.
So every last one of them people you name, they are influential people who know elected officials who, you know, yeah, who run in them circles. So that's the difference. Anyway, um, I don't know, man. I'm a little dumbfounded with this particular question, and like, how do we get back to, again? One person can do something, two people can do more, 20 people can do even more, 200 people can do 2,000, so forth, so on. So, well, I guess what I'm saying is kind of almost like the each one teach one. We all, it's just like when you're trying to save souls, you go out there and you get the people to bring the people in front of the word. You got to go out there and talk to people. You can't expect for the pastor to draw all the people in.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And then too,
I,
bro, the other thing too is, bro, is like one of the elements I believe uh that's very detrimental is that you have the parents, the grandparents, and a lot of times in the neighborhoods they leave these homes to their children, and they don't even understand the value and the status as to what they're doing, trying to set them up, and they don't pay the taxes on the home, and then it's somebody come by the property, and the property just sitting there, nothing done with it. And if they do get the house, they don't keep it up. They ain't got no insurance on the house. The yard look miserable. People don't take pride in nothing no more, bro. Especially in certain neighborhoods. That's why I'm thankful I'm in the neighborhood association, because us as a people, we just do whatever the hell we want to do. Cars parked in the yard, grass ain't cut.
yeah. But you know what, man? That mindset is universal. That's a universal mindset. When we were in the Bahamas, when we were in Bimini, we was talking to a young lady, and she basically said the same thing. She said, "You got all these people." Because I said, "Why do because you look at one half the island, it look all new, upbeat, then you go where the locals are, it look all run down." And she said, because a lot of these people have lived here, or that the houses and the buildings and stuff was owned by their parents or grandparents and was passed down, and a lot of them are fighting over the properties and buildings, and they just letting them sit there rot and go there because nobody wanna, if I can't completely own it, then I ain't touching it, and then you ain't finna touch it, and so it just sit there and rot. And I'm looking at like, so I'm passing by and saying, man, that could be a nice Airbnb. Oh, that could be nice. We can tear that. We can redo that. I'm sitting there. That's how I'm riding. And she was like, you'll never be able to get it because they wouldn't even sell it to you.
Same thing, same scenario, yeah.
It's a universal mindset.
Wow.
When siblings arguing over property, and instead of them saying, let's just fix the profit up and let's share in the profits.
Yeah. We got that going on in our family right now, Doc. I'm talking about right now. The house just sitting there.
Yeah. I gotta get out of here, man. So that's crazy, bro. But so I don't know where we go, because it seems like we didn't really I realize your dream is not necessarily your children's dream. Yep. Yep. That's evident.
Yeah, sometimes when stuff is given to you, you don't really value and appreciate it unless you really work for it. But my thing is, if you saw how hard your people work for it, and they kept it just because of that, that should even give you more of the reason why to try to work harder for it.
Well, a lot of people Tyler Perry made a statement on he was on I don't know if that was Jennifer Hudson or whatever show he was on, or he
I
was
saw
that
it.
girl Kelly Clarkson, whatever, one of them shows, where he was saying his wife told him that she said, we ain't flying on your private plane no more. We're gonna fly coach because your son is getting beside himself. And she said, we're gonna stand in some of these lines and get on these planes and board like everybody else, and to teach him some humility. And he was like, okay, cool. And then she was saying, what did he get for Christmas? She says, Tyler Perry's like some blocks and some reads and books and reading. She was like, what? Yeah. He said, no, I mean, he said when he get a job, he said Tyler Perry said he's not, I don't know, I keep calling him she. Tyler Perry said he's not gonna be one of these spoiled rich white kids that just, and although I don't believe it, what he said, I get it. He said, I want to teach him how to value stuff. And you just said it. If you don't work for it, you're less likely to value it or place value on it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, I got to get out of here, bro. So
like it's gonna have to be a part 2. We ain't did no part 2 in a minute.
Yeah. I'm good. I'm with it, bro. It definitely can be a part 2. I'm definitely with it. We don't have a Wednesday guest for tomorrow evening, so if you guys know somebody or if you yourself want to come on, inbox me.
I'm glad. So I don't need to make the flyer.
Oh, that's for next Wednesday.
Okay. I'm glad you.
Yeah, that's next Wednesday. Actually, it kind of crept up on me. So normally I'm a month 2 out booking people, but my focus has been kind of little screw, so to speak, and so I haven't been like booking the people, but I'm finna get back on it and go and book out for the rest of this month and try to work on February as well. So,
right.
But we don't have anybody for tomorrow. So if you want to come in, if you want to talk about your biz, you want to talk about, hey, inbox me and let me know, and we'll get you on.
Good deal.
Or it's just gonna be me and Queen chopping it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anywho, close us out, bro. Part 2 tomorrow.
Yeah, part 2 tomorrow. And y'all go ahead and I'm gonna do some research. When we have these type of topics, I try to dig in and see what's going on. Because ironically, with the climate of what's going on with the school system, this is a very timely discussion. They have the meeting tonight, so it's gonna be some more bread in this situation. So man, I don't know. But yeah, love y'all. Thank y'all for watching, and let's pray us out. Lord God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this time. Thank you for this moment. Thank you for life and life more abundantly. Continue to touch our efforts as we continue to talk about topics and things that are going on within our community to try to make the community better collectively. Lord, we thank you for Tony family. Thank you for my family. Thank you for Queen family. Thank you for every family that's represented, that's connected with us. And we continue to thank God for everything that you've given us to do with this platform. And we actually do touch these things, and we actually do it in your darling son, Jesus' name. And we said amen.
Amen, man. We'll see y'all in the morning. Same bad time.
Same bad place.
2 Men in Hat. Let's talk about it.
It's the 2 Minute Hats podcast. Let's talk about it every morning at 8:30 a.m. and also on Wednesday it's the midweek service at 6:30 p.m. You can also join our Facebook group on Facebook Podcast with the most. We got Tony Mays and Lavelle Salter. It's the 2 Minute Hats podcast. Let's talk about it.
Tony